So I just had my last shift at the cafe, and I'm not really good with goodbyes. I never really know what to say or when to say it, and never feel like I have enough time. And when I feel like I have the words, I feel like it's after the fact, and after is after, and that doesn't mean anything. But I wanted to tell a story because there's this story that's been rattling around in my head like a loose screw ever since I started at the cafe, and I feel like now is sort of the last time to do it. And I never feel like I had the right words, but sometimes I guess you don't ever find the right words, and you just gotta tell it anyway. When I was in university, I was taking an experiential creative writing class where we were paired up with like senior immigrants, and we wrote stories together under a theme, and then everybody in the class basically contributed to an anthology at the end of the semester. It was super cool. It was super fun. It was it was pretty life-changing. But I was partnered up with a man. His name is Kawal. He is a doctor from India, and we spent an entire semester just like writing stories. It was super neat. And one of my favorites was called The Golden Drink, and it's essentially about a turmeric latte. So whenever I work at the cafe and I see a turmeric latte, I think about him. And so at the end of the semester, we had like a class potluck, and it was super cool. And he told me, Kyo, I don't have a computer, but I check my email at the library pretty often, so like feel free to email me. So I was like, yeah, of course, like I'm gonna email you. Thank you so much for your time. It was super cool to meet you and spend the time with you. And time passes, and it's like a year or something later, and I get an email from my professor, and my professor was like, hey Kyo, I'm sorry to inform you, but Dr. Kawal has actually passed away. I would love to share your story, the stories that you guys wrote with this sort of next iteration of the class. And I was pretty gutted because I had never, I just got so busy I never emailed him back. And that's pretty brutal. And so whenever I see a turmeric latte, I think about him sometimes. And I'm reminded that like it would have taken 5 minutes. Would have taken 5 minutes. So if you've made it this far, email your people back, man. So you don't have this loose screw rattling around in your brain. Yeah, that's all I got.